السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. أسعد الله صباحكم جميعا. So thank you, Dr. Nimir, for the introduction about the methodology. I am talking about an example, real example that we have applied in the High Health Council. 2 years ago, the minister asked for a group or a committee to make a costing study to assess the cost of surgical procedures for at the Ministry of Health. So he was interested in something other than economic evaluation. He was interested in something called the charge cost ratio. To what extent the Ministry of Health supports the service for Jordanian uninsured and non-Jordanians. So this was the question of the study. So the perspective was from the payer perspective, the Ministry of Health perspective, governmental one. Study unit, we chose Al-Bashir Hospital because it is the major public hospital. And we used 5 uncomplicated surgical procedures. The time horizon was from admission to discharge, so they didn't include the cost of clinics before and or after the discharge, outpatient service visits. We used a mixed methodology from bottom up for direct consumables, top down for capital, current, and overhead expenditures. So a mixed methodology. Direct consumables, we took a standard usage based on expert opinion. I went to experts and surgical experts, consultant in surgery, asked them what are the consumables that usually used in these operations. Recurrent expenditures, we took the fiscal year from 2017, from the first of the year to the end of it. Capital costs from date of establishment or purchasing, and charges according to accounting procedures applied in May 2018. So just I want to provide you with summary of results. So summary of capital costs per admission, that includes a surgical procedure. So we have the cost for admission, the cost of surgical procedure. For building, the total is about 26 JDs. For the admission alone, it's only 15 JDs, the space of the bed, let's say. Medical devices and furniture, total 64.5. Computerization, 19 JDs. Non-medical furniture, about 7 JDs. Total up 115 JDs. So this was the capital costs per admission plus operation. The distribution of current expenditures per admission, most of it was for physicians and nurse salaries, so about 75%. Other salaries, 14%. Other current expenditures, electricity, water, etc., 15%. So the total of it about 300 JDs. So this is for admission. By the way, the admission, the average stay at the hospital, in Al-Bashir Hospital, at that date in 2018, 3.1. So we can divide this figure by 3, it's about 100, the current. Average current and capital overhead expenditure, management, etc., total about 21 JDs. So to wrap up, it is 115 for capital direct, 300 about 300 for current direct, and 21 for overhead. Total up 435. This is for admission plus an operation. By the way, this figure, if we divide it by 3.1, it is about 140, 145. And by the way, this figure was used, and plus other evidence from Health Economics Department at the Ministry of Health, was used in the contracting with the private hospitals for corona service, the same figure. So we did sensitivity analysis. The study was very robust, maybe sensitive for admission, number of admissions, which is most probably accurate, and number of the value of recurrent costs, which is very accurate. So we are very satisfied, we're very sure that our results were accurate. Just regarding direct consumables, this differs from one operation to another. And so this is a summary of charge cost ratio. For thyroidectomy, for example, total cost is about 915 JDs. Mastectomy, 937. Hernia surgical repair plus with mesh, 534. Appendectomy, 517. Laparoscopic cholecystectomy, if we use disposable material, 1,229. How much uninsured Jordanian, القادر الأردني, بدفع? How much does he pay? Just 167 for every operation. How much the percentage of support? It's about 70 to 80%. The higher the cost of the procedure, the more the support. What about non-Jordanians? They are paying about 50%, 30%, 40%. There's some sort of charge basis for non-Jordanians. Actually, I don't know what are the basis for it, but it is already there. So for thyroidectomy, they pay 453. For mastectomy, 341, etc. And you can see there's some variability in the percentage that the Minister of Health support the service. This leads us to a main conclusion or recommendation that any contracting should be based on actual or correct costing methodology. This is our study. I just briefly present a short study or another study by Dr. Iman here with Dr. Taysir Firdos from Health Economics departments at the Ministry of Health. It was about the hospital, Prince Hamza Hospital. The costs were, this is a top-down methodology. Costs in 2017 inflated to 2015. Just if for your knowledge, if you want to have a look for it, it is detailed more about the type of services and the type of outpatient or emergency services. I don't want to go deep in this for the time. Thank you. It's sufficient. No, thank you. That's it. Okay.